Module 4, Time Management. The executive functioning skill of time management is the process of organizing, planning, and using time to get more work done with the most efficient use of time. Sounds simple enough, but we also find that in our learning outcomes, the learner is going to learn how to recall the steps to learning time management, apply the time management skills to a personal activity, and analyze their activities and progress of using the time management tools that we will discuss in this module. So why time management? Because time is so valuable, and using your time uh, is critical to academic achievement. And of course, loss of time happens a lot, and once you understand, you don't really have a lot of time to lose. So productivity and time actually do go together, as well as planning and organization. So now we have planning and organization, and now we're going to put the time, managing our time along with it, which will be quite interesting. How we're going to do that. One of the tools we're going to use for success is the Pomodoro timer. And this is a timer that not actually requires, but you use it as a 15 minutes of continuous study with a 5-minute break. It literally comes on as you start. There's a beep to let you know that, hey, this is where you focus. It's just like you're taking an exam, but you use the same kind of concept to focus on a certain individual thing that you're doing, and you're going to stick with that thing no matter what. No looking at phones or clocks or even your friends for 15 minutes. And then after the 15 minutes, because we're not going to look at this till it actually drops down to 0, but after the 15 minutes will come a 5-minute break. So we have 15-5, 15-5. But during the 5-minute break is a time to uh, relax your mind, so to speak. It's not time to pick up your phone and keep engaging, but disengagement for at least 5 minutes. So our next thing is a 4-quadrant, and this is actually a video on how to create the 4-quadrant exercise, where you have 4 sections, and we cover this in more detail in the course content module, but it's 4 sections where you determine which things are more important than others, and then you categorize them by important, not so important, urgent, and not urgent. So basically, you just kind of take different sections and you put them in quadrants of important, urgent, important, not so urgent. And the other ones are urgent, but not so important. And the last one is not important and not urgent. And it's just things that kind of keep you busy and active during the day. So if you go back and look at this, how you can actually create your PowerPoint, or you can create your own 4-quadrant using a PowerPoint presentation that may be useful for the next assignment as well. So for a time management example, here we have a preparation for midterm science exam. The students are asked to complete the practice test during their 3rd period. There are 4 quizzes that the student must complete on their own. Practice quizzes contain 20 questions. What is the best way to complete this task? Okay, that is actually for the learners to look at and make a decision and discuss that with themselves. You can stop this recording and answer this question. So another example is getting started with a countdown timer from 10 to 0. So if an individual is going to get started, you start at 10. When it gets to 0, then you go to the Pomodoro timer with the 15-5. And then during break, try not to engage into mental engagement activities that are using the brain, but it's the time for the brain just to relax. Go for a walk, stand up, get some water. It's not a time to continue engaging, but a time for a 5-minute mental break. Okay. So, and then you return back to your quiz immediately, and therefore you can still keep your focus. And then you continue to um, repeat the process until completion. So for our last example, these are some of the steps you can do. Start from 10 to 0, use the timer, take a break, go back to what you're doing, and then repeat the process until completed. Want to learn more about executive functioning skills? Read the Module 4 content and complete the module exercises 1 or 2 and complete the writing prompt. Thank you.